Hi, Doug McCon of RealityMe.net here, and I'm very excited. I got a box in the mail. I love getting boxes in the mail. So I'm a fan of Withings, the Withings health tracking devices. I'll explain that in a minute. This is the box they sent me, and because they've rebranded the Pulse to be Pulse O2, Pulse Oxygen, because the device now tracks the oxygen levels in your blood. It's a fantastic health tracker. Funny enough, I don't see them in the news enough. I see Fitbit and Nike Fuel Band and these other ones. I like them all. They all have a place. Withings is my favorite. This is Withings. I asked the company, how do you pronounce it? There was a time where it was pronounced Withings, but they rebranded, or they changed the name. I checked with them. They call it Withings. They've rebranded the Pulse to be Pulse O2 now, since it now tracks the oxygen levels in your blood. If you had one of these, this is the Pulse. This is the health tracker. And if you had one of these previously, your hardware's still good. The firmware update actually converts your old Pulse into a Pulse O2. So the Pulse device itself, this is it. You wear this, I keep it in my watch pocket of my pants, and it tracks, for instance, there's a button on the top, and it's a touchscreen. So it shows that today I hiked 5,000 steps. And if I swipe it, it'll show me yesterday's steps. Yesterday's steps were 10,000. I can do that for several days. It also, at the click of the button, will tell me how many meters I've climbed. I've climbed 20 meters today. So you can put that in feet if you want. I like meters. Here's kilometers, how many kilometers I've walked. Then there's how many calories I've burned. And then there's a heart and a moon. When I sleep at night, I click the moon, and I wear this on my wrist with a Velcro strap. And it tells me if I slept well, when I woke up in the night, when I was sleeping deeply, when I was sleeping lightly. And all this information gets transmitted to the app, where it has graphs and stuff where I can correlate other data and information. Now, this heart, if I click the heart, it says place finger on it, turns a little light on the back. I put my finger on it, and it's going to track it's going to get my pulse. It's going to get the resting heart rate. So if you're into exercise, you can sit down, you can get your resting heart rate on the go. It'll also measure now the oxygen level in my blood. It's called Pulse Oxygen, and it should come in, as I'm told, between 98 and 100%. Because I'm talking, mine will come in lower, and actually I was moving too much, so I didn't get the reading that time. But it will show you your resting heart rate, and it will show your pulse oxygen. If you go to the next menu, it'll actually show you the time of day and your battery levels. So, what's cool about this? What's cool about the rebranding? What's in this box? This is cool. If we open the box up, they now have watch bands. This blue iridium, I kind of like that one a lot. And I'm going to show you how that works. They also have a leather band. So here's a leather band. By the way, this is not a paid endorsement. I just love Withings products. I've got their blood pressure cuff and their scale too. So here's the retail packaging. This is, if you buy a Withings Pulse O2, this is what you're going to receive. The device itself, a black rubbery band, and then a clip that you can take this and insert it into the clip. You can then wear the clip on your waistband or your bra strap or the collar of your shirt if you're doing intense exercise. Now, the device is not waterproof, so it's small, it's easy to forget and leave it in your pants. I've had several panic moments where I had to run to the laundry and go, oh, it's still in the pants. You don't want this to go through the laundry. So having the watch bands, I think this will be a great way to keep up with it. Now, some reviewers I saw said they had a hard time getting this in and out of the watch band. Now, I think the reason is simple. You look at the watch band, it's got the word Withings on it with an arrow pointing up. There's also a slight indentation in here, because if you look on the back of the Withings, where the scanner is, the sensor, it's actually raised a little bit. So if you're trying to put this in from the wrong side, yes, you're going to meet resistance. But if you line that sensor up with that slot right there, which happens to have an arrow pointing the correct direction, and you just slide it in. It goes in very easy. Now, the application will change the clock orientation. So you can, if you're wearing it on your right wrist, you might want the watch one way. If you're wearing it on your left, you want it the other way. And so there's 3 different orientations for the watch, depending on what's your preference. It just slides right out. Very easy. Very nice implementation. My congratulations to Withings. Nice enhancement to the product.